Okay, Illuminati, Masons, Eastern Star people, dragons, snakes. And I'm not going to add those others. We await your call on my secret society line. You're on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah, I'm a 32nd degree Mason.
Just 1 degree short of knowing the real stuff, huh?
Exactly right.
Yeah. Well,
you had some good stuff on the first 3 degrees, but after that it was kind of baloney. The next
baloney.
29 degrees you can get to in 1 of 2 ways.
Baloney, did you say?
Well, yeah, they didn't have it quite right. Once you're a Master Mason,
yeah,
you can petition for the next degrees. You can do that either through the York Rite or through the Scottish Rite. And once you've completed those degrees...
And out of curiosity,
yeah,
what do you think gets you accepted to these higher levels? Scottish Rite, for example.
Pay your dues.
There's got to be more than that.
Well, no, it's not really too much more than that. You have a petition you fill out.
Well, you can rise in the Catholic Church the same way.
Sure.
Be a Mormon, rise the same way.
Yep. Well, there's nothing special, I don't think, about the Masons. And
well, that causes me great suspicion.
Once you're at the 32nd degree, then the shrine is actually something different. You have to be a 32nd degree Mason to join the shrine. And that's kind of like the fun part of Masonry.
What's fun about it?
Oh, you know, whatever you like to do, play in a band, ride motorcycles in parades, ride horses, fly airplanes. They have different organizations that do that.
Just all that cutesy stuff, huh?
Yeah, but they also do some not so cutesy stuff, like they were the first guys to come up with burn hospitals for children.
I have heard that they do good deeds of this kind, yes.
Yep. And those hospitals are open to anybody who needs them without any, they don't have to pay, they don't have to be Masons.
So you're saying there's nothing dark, nothing negative, nothing secret, and all the rest of it?
Well, there's certainly stuff that's secret. I wouldn't say it's dark. To be a Mason, you have to profess a belief in a higher being, in a supreme being. Yeah. And in each country, they use...
same requirements, though, for, like, the Catholic Church.
Sure. In the U.S., they would use primarily, it would be the Bible would be the book they would use in their ritual.
Well, then they might as well be, then they might as well be a religion.
I don't think so.
Huh. From the way you describe it.
Well, in times past, they provided a fair amount of relief when that wasn't too organized in the country.
Do you think you're going to get to be a 33rd degree?
Probably not, though that's an honorary degree. Most of the people who get the 33rd were presidents or astronauts or did a lot of work for the craft, for the organization.
Well, see, all right, thank you very much. There you are, presidents or astronauts or members of the G7 or people like that. Now, I'm sorry, but I really don't buy into the fact that there are not special secrets for special degrees. And at 33, it begins to occur. Doesn't it? Until we're told, and it's proven to us otherwise, it is only natural to be suspicious. Right? West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Hello. Turn your radio off first, please. No, don't change the station. Just turn it off. There you go. Hello there.
Hello.
Hi.
I am a longtime Eastern Star person.
Another Order of the Eastern Star person.
You bet.
Okay.
Proud of it.
Oh.
And my mother joined the Eastern Star in 1922 and kept her membership constantly until her death in 1991. Also was very proud of the order.
And what do Eastern Star folk do?
Well, it is rather a social organization. We have very close ties to the Masonic order of the people who we are related to who are Masons. But we're no part of the Masonic order itself.
Do you think that, now I don't mean to demean the Eastern Star in any way, but do you think that the Order of the Eastern Star was created by the Masons to keep, your sex out of Masonic lodges?
It's possible, but Masons also join the Eastern Star The main person, of course, is a woman.
But they're pretty much just token Masons. Because
I wouldn't say that.
Well, it's mostly women, right?
Mostly women, yes.
Well, how
and
the
we've
percentage?
been accused of being a cult.
Are you?
We are not. We encourage everybody to attend the church of their own religion. We do have 5 degrees or heroines of our order who are taken directly from the Bible.
Well, you see, though, a loose definition of a cult might include you because you have rituals, you have specific beliefs, you are not a gigantic. To me, a cult is just like a small religion. It's not a big religion. When you're a small religion or organization, you're always accused of being a cult. If you get big enough, then you become mainstream and you're okay.
Well, the reason I don't feel that I'm a cult is because we do not worship. We do have heroines of our order like Ruth and Jephthah's daughter, Esther, Queen Esther, Martha, and we have one that I think they could have done a little bit better job on, who represents the mother. We represent mothers, sisters, widows, wives of Master Masons.
Of Master Masons.
And the only secrets we have a ritual that's available for anybody in the world to read.
Yes.
There are a few lines in there that have reserved passwords so that we can identify ourselves to one another should we be in need.
So, in other words, a helping hand with the right words.
Right. And the gentleman before me on there about the Scottish Rite, I thought he took it very lightly. He failed to mention that you're supposed to have good moral character even.
Well, that's what I was asking. I thought there would be some qualification other than just paying your dues.
It certainly is.
Yeah, I thought so. All right, well, I appreciate the clarification. Thank you.
And also one more thing. He kind of sloughed off the first 3 degrees. The Blue Lodge is the basis, the foundation of everything. And like all organizations these days, the average age of our members, Masons and Eastern Star, are getting quite old. And
is there some danger, you think, that it'll all die out as the older members pass away?
Well, we are losing chapters right and left, and I'm approaching my 80th birthday, and so I am not as active as I used to be.
I certainly appreciate your call, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, and I love your program.
Take care. All right, well, there you have it. 80 years of age, huh? And a member of the Eastern Star. Now, I wonder if Masons would admit that the Order of the Eastern Star was created so that the women wouldn't try to knock down the doors of the lodge. Now, she alluded that certainly was a possibility. All right, on our secret society line, you're on the air.
Hello, Art.
Yes.
I don't know if I should necessarily give my name.
Well, let's reserve your name.
Okay.
And ask you if you're a member of a secret society.
Yes, I am.
Okay. Well, that admits you here, sir.
Okay. I'm calling in reference to the person who was talking about the Society of the Snake.
That's right.
And the Society of the Dragon.
That's right.
And there is some information there that was completely distorted.
Distorted?
The Society of the Snake, actually the Society of the Serpent,
yes,
is from actually ancient Babylonia and ancient Samaria. It is in close ties with Roman Catholicism, but has nothing to do with the Masons or any other organization.
Well, the way he painted the snakes and the dragons was that they were at the very top, or very near the top, and that Illuminati and Masons and a lot of others are below them and do their bidding. You think that was inaccurate?
Definitely. Actually, the purpose of those organizations, I can speak for the Society of the Serpent.
You can.
But I can't speak for the Society of the Dragon.
Are you a member of the Society of the Serpent?
No, I am not. I'm a member of an organization that's tied to them. called the Chiru, and
the Chiru.
Chiru. And this organization, the Society of the Serpent, are supposed to be individuals that protect the secrets of the church. Now, there is some accuracy in terms of coding, in terms of the Bible and religion, and some books that have not been released to the public that are locked away in the Vatican.
So I've heard, yes.
But
what is the Chiru to the dragons? In other words, what is the relationship?
The Chiru is actually an organization of people who are trained to defend in times that the church becomes, say, attacked by, I don't know, forces of evil, I guess you would say. It incorporates concepts of astral projection, as well as, mixed with the combative arts, martial arts.
Well, I was going to say, are we talking about spiritual warfare or physical warfare? And apparently both.
Yeah, they actually mix the two. Actually, what they are trained to do.
So let's set up a scenario.
Okay.
Let's say that there was an individual out there that the dragons regarded as an eminent threat to the Vatican secrets. What would the Chiru do?
The Chiru are actually supposed to locate the people and assassinate them.
Lights out, huh?
And that's their ultimate goal, is to protect the church, the Holy Father, and this is at least as much as I know. I'm not at the most advanced levels.
Right.
But their ultimate goal is to protect the church and the Holy Father from, believe it or not, the Antichrist. And that time is supposed to be the ultimate battle.
While we're on the subject, there are a lot of people who think the Antichrist now lives on Earth. Do you have a view of that?
Not at this time. I have no view. There are certain signs where there are to watch for, but in terms of what I've seen, Are
you a potential assassin?
Well, supposedly. As I said, I'm not at the most advanced level, so my level of knowledge is limited.
Well, generals rarely fight the wars. They say, they direct wars that are fought by people at lower levels.
Yeah. Mine started out in my early teens, and my training has extended for 15 to 16 years.
Both physical and psychic.
Well, primarily the physical, but the philosophical comes along with it.
You see, so
then enhances the, I guess you would say, psychic ability.
Well, then mainly you're a grunt, or a ground troop, or an assassin, or a potential assassin.
I'm sure you've heard the expression before, a need-to-know basis.
Yes.
My sabunim, or my teacher through this, is now in another part of the world. So, and then I had another instructor along the way that carried me further. But this is just kind of the organization. The way it sets is you only know your certain portion, another person knows their certain portion.
Sure.
And then at the time, when times are right, you're called together, and then the information is shared. But this is a little interesting. I can't believe I'm actually talking about this.
I can't either. Are you liable to get in trouble?
Could be, but I have no idea. It's been a long time since I've been in contact with.
You don't want to find out, like, in the middle of the night or something?
No. But
well,
that's the philosophy behind it.
I of course appreciate your calling, and you really warranty to me this is the truth.
Pardon?
I said you warranty to me this is the truth, what you're saying.
As far as I know it.
Well, good luck to you.
Why, thank you, sir.
Take care. Can you imagine that? Somebody who would be an assassin if ordered to do so and trained physically to do that. Do you believe this kind of thing goes on? Huh? I suspect it does. West of the Rockies, you're on the air. Good morning. Hello?
Art Bell.
Yes.
Hi, Art.
Hello.
It's Terry.
Hi, Terry. Where are you?
Calling from Sherman Oaks, California.
Okay.
And we felt the earthquake here as well the other night.
Oh, it was a doozer.
It's nothing like the Northridge quake, but I'm just due south of that. So, but yeah, we felt it.
Would you turn your radio off?
Oh, I sure will. Hold on.
Thank you. I will hold while you do that. This is, please, folks. So the minute you get on the air, since we don't screen calls, you've got to turn your radio off. That's imperative.
How's that?
That's fine.
Great. Speaking of secret societies, I think people have been calling to find out whether you were going to have David Icke on again.
Well, I don't rule it out.
Yeah. Have you read his latest book?
And I don't rule it in.
You don't?
Yeah, I've heard. I know a lot about David.
Yeah, and about the reptiles and everything.
Yeah. Yep.
Pretty out there stuff.
I know.
Yeah.
But, I do out there stuff.
That's true. Anyway, I'm glad you fared well with the quake.
Well, I wouldn't go so far as to say that I fared well. All right? I survived it, but it changed my outlook on life a little bit.
In that Pahrump is now a zone.
Yeah. I mean, after all, I thought this was, a relatively safe place. I had never felt an earthquake in all the years. That's a lot of years that I've lived here. And now all of a sudden, it's like, we're not safe anymore.
Yeah. Well, you said you felt them in Okinawa in Japan, but...
I went through plenty of quakes there, but none of them scared me to the degree this one did. None.
Yeah. No physical damage, though, to the property or to the...
No, that's really the strange thing. Pictures canted on the wall, stuff jiggling along shelves. None of it fell, actually, fortunately. But I can't even begin to describe to you the strength of this quake and the length of this quake. It was horrible where I live. And if you look at a map, that's what people should do. A lot of people don't know where I live. 65 miles west of Las Vegas. And if you look at where the quake was, you will understand why we got it the way we did.
Which is why? Because you were directly in its line or in the waves, or?
Well, a lot closer to it. In other words, it scared the out of people in Vegas, and we are 65 miles west of there and 8 miles from the California border.
Mm-hmm.
And it occurred in the California desert, the high desert.
Right. Thank God for that. Well, I mean, maybe not for you, but for L.A. The Sherman, the Northridge quake.
Sure.
We had a water heater that blew up in our laundry room, and it was the most violent thing I think I've ever experienced.
During the Northridge quake?
Yes, in '94. Yeah, and 3 streets over, almost every building was collapsed.
Yeah, see, that's even worse. You just don't ever feel the same about things, do you?
No, you don't. I mean, they green tagged our building, and 2 buildings down got a red tag. It was demolished. So you just, something's watching out, you hope.
Something must be watching over us, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Art.
Take care.
Good night.
And here we go again. You're back on the air, sir. Thank you for waiting, and we've got your number now and your address, as well as your Social Security number, and a couple of scars there on your body, too.
How did you know that? You're good, man.
Anyway, getting back to the serious side here. So this really is, Chiru is a real thing.
It is, and I don't want to, actually, to be honest with you, I don't want to go back to early times. I mean, it's a lot of fun going to, looking at where all the secret societies originated from, but the most important part is the nowadays.
All right.
People that live in, let me go over the list, just in case for all your listeners, if you've ever been, I heard the lady that was talking to you earlier about her encounters. Be careful with these people because they've got great fronts.
Talking about the Solar Temple.
I am.
Yeah.
Okay. I did speak about the Order of the Quest and the Jason Society. Now, those two you probably won't be able to get into. Nobody really goes into those because those are people that are heads of state that really make all the decisions for this New World Order turnaround. But the Rosh Hashanah and the Kabbalah and the Knights Templar, the Knights of Malta, which is exactly what George Bush is a member of, the Knights of Columbus, the Jesuits, the Masons, the ancient and mystical order of the Rosicrucians, which is actually the Rosicrucians, the Illuminati, the Nazi Party, the Communist Party, some executive members of the Council on Foreign Relations, and there's another society that's called the Group that nobody's probably ever heard of.
The Group.
The Group.
Now, I never have heard of the group.
Have you ever seen, well, I'm not going to go into that. You might really be able to find me then. Brotherhood of the Dragon, the Rosicrucians, the Royal Institute of International Affairs, the Trilateral Commission, which everybody's ever heard of, the Bilderberg Group, which was originally started out this socialist totalitarianism that they're trying to get to, the Open Friendly Secret Society, which is the Vatican, the Russell Trust.
I want to read you something and see if you agree with it. What I'm going to read to you is from the BBC News, all right?
Okay. And another media organization.
Okay, but October 2nd, BBC News. The headline is Death to the New World Order.
Uh-huh.
The conspiracy theory about the New World Order is not new, but it is one that everyone is talking about and taking seriously as we draw closer to the year 2000. A growing number of Americans are so convinced that the New World Order is about to take power that they are making plans to fight back, stockpiling foods, weapons, ammunition. Major Boyd is a trooper in the New Mexico militia, an armed unit of volunteers, farmers, salesmen, former police officers who are preparing to take the New World Order on. There are 19 million armed American patriots, it says here, this is the BBC, ready to take their country back.
I love the BBC. Good luck. It won't happen. I'm glad for them, but it's a great sensationalized news story.
But you're really saying the same thing. You're just saying there's no chance.
There really isn't a chance. They've already got a foothold, Art. It's not going to happen. But I will say this. It's going to happen. It won't happen overnight. It's happening on a day-to-day basis. You just can't see it happen because they're very well organized. Now, let me explain why. Our world, and you will see this, and so will your listeners, because it's very logical. Our world, in terms of our music, our language, our mathematics, our computers, everything is done on numerals. Everything is number-based.
Yep.
Now, the Vatican is in control of the largest computer in the world, and in that computer...
I thought the CIA had the biggest computer.
Where do you think the CIA is originally organized?
The Vatican?
Exactly.
I should have known.
Yeah. Anyway, that computer controls not only the population of our Earth and the population of the people of the first, second, and third worlds, but it also controls the finance, insurance, weather-related accidents, anything that has to do with monetary or binary codes. Those two things are the most important part of the ways that they are going about our destruction. Now, I don't mean the destruction of the people overall.
It's like a computer even beyond the Cray?
Oh, well, I would call it, you remember the HAL 9000?
Oh, yeah.
This would be the Cray 9000.
Or the Pope Plus.
Exactly.
Oh, okay.
But what their goal is totalitarian socialism. And it's very simple. It just means that the people that are in charge of this earth right now, the 10 heads, the G7 nations, they don't trust anybody. They don't trust anybody to lead them to destroy us. In other words, the little wars that we fight with Muammar Gaddafi and the little heads, and the guy that our government put into power originally a long time ago over there in Iraq. I don't even want to say his name because it just makes me sick. They will not even destroy Iraq. They won't go in to kill.
No, it's true.
Because there are secret relics. There are things there that they cannot destroy.
I do believe that.
Well, Zechariah talks about it.
I know. Well, no, I do believe it. I do believe it. Iraq is simply absolutely full of that kind of thing.
Oh, well, it's completely off limits because that's where Babylonian and Sumerian was originally, where they were originally started up. And but I do want to talk to the listeners just for a second about the societies because it's most important to them. You watch the X-Files. I mean, everybody watches the X-Files that listens.
As a matter of fact, I'm probably going to have Chris Carter on next week.
Oh, are you really?
Yeah.
A very enlightened individual. I enjoy his work. Half the things on there are far-fetched, but some of the things on there are nowadays. And Chris Carter deals with the edge of reality. In other words, I've been on a couple of his programs, and
let me tell you that, I think I said this once before on the air. In the show that I was on, I was privileged to be on. It was about somebody who had a disease from the Gulf War.
Mm-hmm.
And in the original script, they called it what it really is called, Microplasma incognitus.
Mm-hmm.
And that was in the original script they sent me. And when I got up to Canada to do the shoot, they had changed the name of the disease.
I do remember you telling that.
Yeah, it's the truth.
Oh, no,
But, I mean, that's how close to the edge of reality Mr. Carter dances.
Oh, he really is. And how about the last episode of last year? Was that verbatim, word for word, Zechariah Sitchin, or what?
Yep. Listen, sir, I'm going to have to go. I've devoted a lot of time. You're a really good call, but I'm going to have to scoot. Any final words?
Yeah, final word. I would like to try to bring out a dragon, and here's how I want to bring him out. If you are a dragon, anyone who's listening, I would like to say this, that there will be an explosion. The explosion will be on a planet in our solar system. It will be caused by the people of Earth who are in control, and it will be utilized by the little space maneuvering ability of Galileo. When that happens, that's when you want to go out and start looking for your guns, start storing food and water, because Y2K is nothing but a shock test. That's all I got to say.
All right. I appreciate it. Thank you. And, yeah, I'd like to talk to a dragon, too. But I kind of doubt a dragon will call. Well, you never know. East of the Rockies, you're on the air. Good morning.
Hi.
Hi.
Oh, finally. Okay. That was a really, really hard call to follow, but
Well.
I was, because, did you hear about today about a student out in Columbine?
About what, hon?
A student out in Columbine?
A student at Columbine?
Right. He went and made a threat that he was going to finish the job or something?
No, I didn't hear that.
Well, anyways, just before I heard that, today on the news in Houston, there was a deal about a 13-year-old student who was stabbed in the head with a screwdriver.
What?
A 14-year-old student stabbed a 13-year-old student in the head with a screwdriver. At school.
At high school?
No, it's in middle school.
Middle school. In Houston?
In Houston.
Well, I guess I wish I could say I'm shocked. And it is shocking. It's horrible to hear about, but.
Yeah, I know. But on a lighter note, I guess, whenever people were bringing about the Knights Templar.
Yes.
Did you know there's a music group that goes by that name? And I bet you can guess what one of their CDs is called.
What?
Jacques de Molay. And also, another caller a couple of weeks ago brought up about Pahrump being mentioned on the Kid Rock video.
Yeah, Pahrump is on it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I know. I wonder why.
Well, I remember seeing something in the middle of the night because I was up watching TV, and he was talking about the making of the video.
There is an absolute disproportionate amount of attention paid to Pahrump, my little town. It's crazy.
Well, he said because of the fact he's a fan of Art Bell and the X-Files and stuff like that.
Oh.
And he's even planning on maybe shooting a video in Roswell or Pahrump.
Or Pahrump. Oh, God. All right, thank you.
Okay, thank you.
Take care. Or Pahrump. There has been in the media, there's been way a disproportionate amount of attention paid to my little town. And we are a little town. I mean, we're 30,000 people, maybe. That's it. International line, you're on the air. Hello.
Hey, Art. It's Mike calling from Vancouver, British Columbia, Canada, listening to you on 1410 C-Fun.
Of course. How you doing, Mike?
Good. Yourself?
Fine.
I just wanted to make 3 quick comments.
All right.
First, about your book, The Quickening.
Yes.
I just wanted to put a plug in it there for the public. I went out and purchased it when it came out.
Right.
It is a well-written, thought-provoking piece of literature.
Thank you. And if people sit down and read it today, it's going to seem prophetic.
It's going to be scary, is what it is.
Yeah.
It's going to, it's going to happen sooner or later, right? As I recall, you were down in Vancouver. Are you on a ship? Like you went on a...
Well, I've been in Vancouver on a number of occasions, but yes, one of them was a tour up through along the coast of Alaska. Yes. Mm-hmm.
How did you like it down here in Vancouver?
I think you have one of the most beautiful cities on the face of the earth.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. One final question. Actually, two more. What operating systems do you... I know you're a computer enthusiast, right?
Oh, yes.
What operating systems do you run at home?
Well, I've got mostly Windows 95 because I don't trust 98 yet. And I've got Windows NT.
Okay. One final comment. You know, I was sitting here on my Debian Linux box here, and I thought, you know, how you'd like to go on your live cam with your T-shirts.
Another Linux slob. Snob. Just kidding.
Thinking, you know what would be really funny is to have you on your live cam there with a big Linux T-shirt with a penguin on it. I think that'd be really cool.
I noticed that people who have Linux, they've got their noses a little higher in the air.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's more you can do, more functionality.
Oh, I know.
But, anyways, take care, and I'll keep listening.
All right, take care.
Okay, bye.
I'm sure my webmaster just sat straight up. Said, what? I meant to say snob, not slob. Sure, most of the users are pretty neat. On my secret society line, you are on the air.
Hello.
Hello.
It is, sir.
Yeah, that's me.
Hey, how's it going?
All right.
Very good. All right, I was calling. I wanted to talk about what you were talking about in terms of secret societies.
Yes.
I'm a part of an order called the Mystic Nine.
The Mystic Nine?
Yes.
Okay, that's a new one.
Yeah, the Mystic Nine is an order that is really not of this or on this plane, and it was something that happened metaphysically that came to me. This order is an order that basically is from a place or a planet called Sirius. I'm sure you've heard of that.
Oh, yes.
Okay. Well, you've probably also heard of some music by Parliament, the group Parliament.
I'm not sure.
Okay, they talked about the mothership connection a long time ago in the 70s.
Right.
Okay, well, this particular order it's sort of like the same order. They talked about the mothership connection, and what they were saying basically is that at some point in time, the mothership will come down and help raise the rest of the Mystic Nine of 144,000, which is one of the same things that Zechariah Sitchin talks about.
Yes.
Okay. Well, what I was basically calling to tell you was that it is a real order, and it actually precedes the Masonic order of today. And the ancient Sumerians, of course, were the ones who started the whole concept of the Masonic order.
How did you come to become a member of the Mystic Nine?
Well, it came about through basically having a metaphysical experience. This was an experience that I did not ask for, but it came down. And what's happening now, based on the information that I'm getting, through understanding the Akashic records and that type of thing and being able to go into that now, I'm understanding that this particular order is coming back, and we are basically reawakening. And so the Masonic order of today is valid. It's a valid order. However, a lot of that knowledge that they have was stolen knowledge through Napoleon and through some of the conquest of that area.
Uh-huh. And what is the goal of the Mystic Nine?
Well, it's also a part of what is called the New World Order. Now, there are two New World Orders. One of you're actually the person in the organization this last guy was complaining about, or the guy before. Well, I'm not. He was not complaining about.
Well, yes, he was. He was saying that the goal is to bring on Armageddon.
Okay. Well, no, that is not the goal. The goal is basically to raise the consciousness of this planet. Mother Earth, someone was talking about Mother Earth, or that they had some contact with Mother Earth.
Yes.
Okay. Well, Mother Earth is sick, and basically it's because of a lot of the things that we have done to Mother Earth.
Well, I don't disagree with that.
Okay, with the ecosystems and things like that. And so Mother Earth giving someone a message is not very uncommon. So what's happening now is that a lot of the originals are incarnating again, And they're incarnating on this planet to help raise the consciousness of the planet so that we can raise the vibration, because the vibration is so low that it's throwing things off in the rest of the universe. And so thus you get a lot of the problems that we have, earthquakes, tornadoes like crazy all over the world.
So in other words, we're screwing up a lot of other people's stuff or whatever.
We are.
We are.
We're causing a lot of problems throughout the rest of the universe, and it has to be fixed. That also
and they're probably kind of fed up with us out there.
Absolutely. That also explains some of the extraterrestrials that we're beginning to see.
All right, sir. I'm out of time. Got to run. West of the Rockies, you are on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art.
Yes.
I'm interested in talking to you about the people who are Armageddonists.
Armageddonists?
Or, they're into...
That's a cool new word. I like it.
Well, they're trying to bring on the Armageddon.
Right,
you know?
right.
There's a large percentage of them that are fundamentalist Christians.
Maybe. Yeah.
Like Jerry Falwell.
Right.
They believe the world will be consumed by fire.
Actually, there's another person I want to interview. It's Jerry Falwell. I'd really like to interview him.
Right. So they believe the world's going to be consumed by fire.
Right.
And they call it the rapture. And it seems kind of absurd to me, to bring on this nuclear destruction.
Well, with that I agree. I'd really like to have Jerry Falwell right here and to be able to actually ask him if that is what he means. And I think he would disagree with that. He'd probably say, no, of course not. That isn't what I mean. But he is, I think, looking forward to the rapture. So there you are. He really would be an interesting person to talk to. He's made some interesting remarks about ufologists and all the rest of it, and he'd be a fascinating interview. Want to do it, Jerry? Wildcard line, you're on the air. Hi.
Hi, yeah. Calling with the Illuminati.
Are you an Illuminati?
Uh-huh.
Person, girl, woman?
Uh-huh.
You are?
With the Illuminati families.
The families?
It's set up...
You got to be careful with families. That has a specific connotation here in Nevada.
Well, it's set up... You have your Council of 13, and that's the Executive Committee of the Illuminati.
Would you be an Illuminatiist?
I'm not on the Council of 13.
Okay.
And then within those families, you've got the Mother of Darkness, you've got princes and priests, different structures.
Wait a minute, slow down. The Mother of Darkness?
Uh-huh.
Who is the Mother of Darkness?
Well, where it is Hillary Clinton is up to that rank.
Hillary?
Yeah.
Hillary is the Mother of Darkness?
Up there, uh-huh.
You mean to say New York State may have the Mother of Darkness running things there?
Yeah. And then it's got a judicial branch, and that's called the Sanhedrin. That's made up of 70 people.
Okay.
And it's got a legislative branch, and that's 300 people.
Is that what people call the Committee of 300?
Mm-hmm. That's the Committee of 300.
Oh, yes.
And say if you take a family, let's take the Rockefeller family.
Okay.
Because they're an Illuminati family, and they go down for generations with John D. and the sons and the sons and the sons. And stuff like that. Now, sometimes they'll try to hide the bloodlines or work their power in. And now the father of Bill Clinton we have as Lawrence Rockefeller, with the mother being Virginia Del Casey. And so Virginia Del Casey's lines go to the Russell family.
Is it hard to get an Illuminati through the eye of a needle?
They can do about anything. I don't know, See, now you've got the Rockefellers running the banking system, the Chase Manhattan banking systems, a lot of the businesses, and one of the branches that they have is the Century Club.
Mm-hmm.
And that's more where my family's been involved with the Century Club, and they'll have like a treasurer of Kodak or president of Xerox or something like that, or Bausch and Lomb, and that's higher up, and you've got your Council on Foreign Relations and stuff like that.
Where we've come full circle. We started with the CFR, I think.
And you've got other families. You've got the DuPont family is another Illuminati family. And they do a lot of more research. They're not as much into politics, although they do have a lot of political connections in Delaware. They do the research. They do a lot of the UFO stuff is from that family, the DuPont, and the different supplies to the military come from the DuPont family. They have the monopoly in the United States on the gunpowder.
Really?
And then you have the Collins family.
Now, what is all of this moving toward?
The New World Order.
Well, what happens
the
to
Satan reigning?
What happens to the gunpowder in the New World Order?
It's controlled by the Illuminati. They get it. See, they can do what they want with the guns. Everybody keeps their guns, but don't have gunpowder.
Well, yeah, right. What good is a gun without bullets?
That's right.
Throw it at somebody. That's about all you
can do.
Yeah.
That's right. And the Collins is more of a witchcraft family, the generation of witchcraft. And when you do have a witch hunt,
here's what
generational things going on. That was my grandmother and my great grandmother, something that's been in the family.
Right, but in essence, you're part of all this.
Bloodline, more or less. I've converted to Christianity, but you get a connection to it. But
the old NWO doesn't really ever get out of you.
Well, you get, but it's interesting. It's interesting how it's structured and how it operates, because it operates so secretly and it has so much power and control and stuff. And
well, you're a scary lady. I don't know how you know all this.
And now Joe Kennedy was involved with the Illuminati, and his sons, JFK. He thought he was in charge of the United States and not the Illuminati, and that is where they had their conflicts.
And so that's what did him in?
That's what did him in. And that's what did Bobby in, too. They didn't toe the line. See, Bill Clinton does more what they want, and some of the other presidents will do more what they want.
What do you think about, obviously, Bush or Gore will be the next president?
I don't know as much about Gore. I know Bush. I know that George Bush has been involved with the skull and crossbones. I know being in charge of the CIA is awfully shady, and when you study that, it's quite a bit of stuff that it's involved with. And
well,
I've heard that they're quite big in the drug trade. That's what I've heard.
Let me stop you.
The Bushes are very big in the drug trade.
Well, that's what's being. I know that's a big bad rumor going around, but If really so many people believe this of George Bush Sr. and now to be, no doubt, in waiting, then why is he elected? Why are the Bushes elected again and again?
It has to do with the media. The media will promote who they want to promote. And see, the media is owned by people, If you've got the kind of money that the Rockefellers have, you can, wouldn't they buy a condo?
Well, you're absolutely right. The media.
So they're not going to talk trash about themselves.
All right. But I don't feel compelled to say one damn good thing about George Bush. George W. Not at all. And I'm in the media. As a matter of fact, I think I'm in one of the largest media companies in America right now. The largest. And they never tell me what to say. They're probably scared half to death of what I'm going to say. And we are, I guarantee you, with the recent acquisitions of my company, or the division of my company, we're a monster of the biggest broadcaster in the world right now. And so you would think if there was going to be some control, that they'd control me, and I'm totally out of control, almost all the time. So I wonder about that. People say, well, it's the media. The question was, why, if everybody knows about this, are we reelecting Bushes by the droves? Answer was the media. Well, I can't buy into that. Simply because they should have stomped on me a long time ago. Of course, we've tried a few times. But not my company. International line, you're on the air. Hello.
Hello, Art.
Hello.
I'm calling from Burnaby, BC.
Burnaby.
I've got a good conspiracy book for people. Excuse me.
It's all right.
It's called The Holy Blood, The Holy Grail. These guys would be good guests on your show.
They would be if I knew how to contact them.
Michael Brangan, Richard Lay, and Henry Lincoln.
Mm-hmm.
It's a book about Jesus.
Yes?
And that he was married, and that he might not have been crucified on the cross.
Really?
Yeah.
Then who was that, then? Who was that?
Well, they say his twin brother.
His twin brother?
Yeah.
This is getting deeper by the minute here.
It's a good book.
Is it?
Yeah, it talks about that this secret has been concealed. But a lot of, like the Vatican and that, they know it is. And there's a secret society called Purée de Sion.
It's called what?
The Purée de Sion.
Sounds French.
Yeah, it is French.
Uh-huh.
That's the secret society behind that keeps the secret.
Wow. All right, so there is
I got another thing to ask about, or
what?
to say.
What?
Is, you know, when you do those experiments with people?
Yes.
Why doesn't everybody just think about you quitting smoking and starting to exercise?
Well,
everybody does that tonight. Maybe you'll quit smoking, and you'll live longer, and you'll be on the air longer.
How do you know?
Who knows?
You know there was a lady who passed away at 120 years of age recently, and she quit smoking. When do you think? At 118. Now, how do you account for that?
It's not a very good drug, those cigarettes.
Well,
I'm an ex-smoker myself.
Are you?
Yeah.
How long?
I quit for 2 years, and then last summer, not the last summer that just passed, but the summer before, I started for 3 months again.
Pressure?
Yeah. I had a pretty good job.
Try doing a radio program like this. I'll talk about pressure. Even though it sounds easy, you know, relaxed and all that. There's a lot of pressure.
Well, it must be.
So.
Well, you only do it 3 nights a week now. It's not
that's
too bad.
Right. It's still pressure. And there's things going on behind the scenes you don't know about. A lot of pressure. And so, if you were a smoker, you know when you're pressured, when you've got stress in your life, what do?
Yeah, it would make it more difficult to quit.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, like, you know,
or when
everybody thought about it, it might make it easier.
Or when you're on the telephone. What do? If you're a smoker, you grab a cigarette, right?
Yeah.
After sex.
Well, you could limit yourself, not smoke, just smoke after meals.
After sex?
Yeah, that too.
After coffee? Breakfast?
You know what they should do in the States?
What?
Is they should legalize marijuana and just tax it. They can make lots of money. And, you know, sick people could get it. They could be the only ones that don't pay tax on it.
Well, actually, if they were to legalize marijuana and hemp products for all purposes, the Wall Street Journal suggested we could raise about $500 billion a year in revenue. Do you know that?
$500 billion, that's a lot.
It's a lot of money. $500 billion. All right, sir. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Art.
Thank you for the good thoughts.